So in Power BI, we can start with a blank project. And the first thing to do is bring in that street crime data. So you can select Get Data from the toolbar. There are many different options, such as databases or local text files. We're going to make a web request through to the iShare Maps API using this blank query option down the bottom. And you can type in CSV document. That is going to use a web contents object. And that itself takes in a URL that calls iShare Maps API. So if you have a look at this domain is maps.demo.astentechnology.com. So that's an iShare Maps installation. It uses the Get Data endpoint. The third parameter there you can see is DS. That's the dataset name, in this case Surrey_crime. And then the last parameter, XSL, that signifies that we want the response as a CSV object. I'm going to add in a fifth parameter just to skip over Power BI's internal caching. So this will be a fresh pool, and I can introduce as a parameter that will be ignored by iShare Maps. So if I select the tick, that should go off and get the data. Wonderful. And now we have to format the data. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove this row. So we can select remove rows, remove top rows, and the number of rows is just 1. Wonderful. And then we're going to rename these columns so they make a bit more sense to us. So right click on each one. The first one will be a ID column. The second column is it's actually the month, so that they come all through as the first of whatever month is being set. This is the crime type. Column 4 is the district. Column 5 is the ward. Column 6 is longitude. And the last one is latitude. You'll notice for each of these, Power BI makes an attempt to work out what data type it is. So in this case, for longitude and latitude, they are decimal numbers. Ward and district have been flagged, obviously, as text. We want to introduce a last column. So to do this, we select Add Column and then Custom Column. And I'm going to call this one Count, and it's just going to have a value of 1. And just make sure that is flagged as a whole number. And then I will give the query the name of street crime. I go back to File and I select Close and Apply.